Hey friend, I want to start by saying if you're watching this, then you're in the right place because I know one thing's for sure, and that is that you are ready. You're ready to build your dream business, one that allows you to work the days and hours that align with your life, your energy, and your body so that you can do this work that you love for the long run without burning out. You're ready to love every single client in your chair. Those soul-aligned humans that light you up, respect your boundaries, and make every single appointment feel like you found the cheat code to life. And you're ready to stop just winging it when it comes to your numbers, guessing when you're setting your prices, emotionally discounting, and hoping that your income magically just somehow works out. You're ready to learn the strategies that allow some stylists to earn multiple six figures in an industry where the national average is $33,000 a year. The truth is, you're probably already doing pretty good. You're booked, you're making money, and your clients adore you. But deep down, you know it could be better. Because even though it looks like you've made it on the outside, you might be overworked, undercharging, at capacity with no clear path to growth, feeling stuck in the same cycle doing more and more for diminishing returns. And most of all, you want your business to feel light, aligned, profitable, sustainable, and even fun and creative again. Because you didn't choose this career just for a paycheck, you chose it because you're an artist. You're someone who wants to create beauty, connection, and magic every single day. If that sounds like you, then I'm excited to walk you through something really exciting today that changed everything for me and hundreds of other beauty pros that I've worked with. I'm making this video because I've watched way too many incredibly talented stylists try to hustle their way to success, thinking that if they just worked harder, squeezed in more clients, added more services, stayed later, opened earlier, somehow they'd finally feel free. But here's what I've learned after years behind the chair and coaching hundreds of beauty professionals. Freedom doesn't come from hustle. It comes from clarity, strategy, mindset, and alignment. The stylists who are building long-term, sustainable, profitable, life-giving businesses, they're not following the traditional beauty industry playbook. They're rewriting it. We're rewriting it. They're deciding what success means to them. They're building businesses that work for their lives, not the other way around. That's exactly what I've done in my own career. It's what I've helped hundreds of women do inside of Stylist Soul Tribe, and now it's your turn. Now, before we dive into the cycle of success, I want to get super clear on who this is for. If you're a beauty professional, an independent stylist, a salon owner, a nail technician, an esthetician that has already experienced some success, but you're craving more alignment inside of your business. If you're doing well, but still feel like your business is running you, not the other way around. If you're booked, but feeling burnt out. If you know that your prices need to shift, but you're not sure how to do that without guilt, fear, or pushback. If your schedule is full, but your soul is kind of tired, then you're in the right place. Because this isn't about starting from scratch. It's about refining what you already have built and aligning it with the life that you actually want. The stylists who really lean into this work aren't just focused on filling their books. They're building businesses that support their energy, creativity, and longevity. And if that's what you're after, then this is made for you. So, what exactly is the cycle of success? It is the exact framework that I teach inside of Stylist Soul Tribe that helps stylists go from feeling stuck, underpaid, and exhausted to running powerful, profitable, creative businesses that support the life and the impact that they want to make. It's not about downloading another freebie, copying someone else's schedule, or throwing random strategies at the wall. This is about alignment. It's about getting clear on who you want to serve, how you want to work, what kind of life you want your business to support, and what exactly has been holding you back from making it happen. Once you understand this cycle and how to move through each stage, you unlock a whole new level of clarity, confidence, and momentum. And here's the thing that most stylists don't realize. We all move through this cycle over and over again, each time with a new level of self-awareness, strategy, and vision. It's not a one and done checklist, it's a living, breathing rhythm of growth. And once you learn how to navigate it, that's when things start to move. The cycle of success is made up of 7 intentional stages that guide you through building a business that isn't just successful on paper, but deeply fulfilling, aligned, profitable, and built to last. This is the exact framework that I walk stylists through inside of Stylist Soul Tribe, and I've seen it unlock massive breakthroughs time and time again. Let's walk through each stage together. Number 1 is mindset. This is where every transformation begins. Because if your mindset isn't right, nothing else sticks. In this stage, we uncover the beliefs and stories that are keeping you small. Like maybe, I have to service everyone. I'm not ready to raise my prices. I'm not that kind of stylist. We start rewriting those narratives and reconnecting you with your power. This isn't just positive thinking, it's true embodiment. Tapping into the version of you who already has what you're calling in. Aligning you with the version of your future self and making decisions from her space. So obviously strategy is essential, but I believe that mindset is the engine. And when you combine grounded growth with the law of attraction, that's when things really start to move. Stage 2 is vision. Now that your mindset is expanding, we create a clear vision for your life and business on your terms. We define what success actually looks and feels like for you. Not the version of success that you've inherited, not what your peers are doing, but what would actually make you feel lit up, present, and proud. I'll never forget, I have this core Stylist Soul Tribe memory when one of our members, Leisha, joined the vision casting workshop. She checked all of the boxes. She was fully booked, a 6-figure stylist working in a beautiful space. But when it came time to share her vision, she said, I honestly still feel unfulfilled. After some deep coaching and inner work, her real dream finally dropped in. She wanted to become a traveling hairstylist. She has spent the last 2 years bringing that vision to life, walked away from her 6-figure business, and hasn't looked back. That is the power of this stage. When you stop chasing someone else's dreams and finally claim your own. This becomes your North Star for everything that follows. Stage number 3 is schedule. You didn't get into this industry to be chained behind the chair. In this stage, we build your dream schedule, one that honors your energy, your creativity, your lifestyle, and your long-term goals. We don't just make time for your clients, we make time for your life. That includes time for rest, your hobbies, your family, and the thing that most stylists overlook, which is admin time. Because the CEO version of you needs to think, plan, and lead. Stage number 4 is clientele. This is all about refinement. We take a good look at who's currently on your books and we identify who lights you up and who doesn't. This stage is about understanding which clients make your work feel exciting, meaningful, and effortless, and creating boundaries and systems that allow you to serve them the best. I'll never forget when I was coaching Valerie through this stage and she said, I think I have my dream clientele. I might be emotionally discounting just a few, but overall I'm good. So I asked her to do one thing, go through her entire client list and see how many people she's discounting. She came back to me and realized that she was emotionally discounting 22 of her clients and had no idea how far it had spiraled. We sat down together and worked through that list one by one. She took ownership of the patterns that she had fallen into, and we built clear, kind, professional messaging to start making those changes. And something beautiful happened. Her confidence grew, her energy came back, and her income finally matched the effort that she was putting in. The stage isn't about judgment, it's about getting honest and then doing something about it. Because when your schedule is filled with aligned clients who value your time, your energy, and your craft, that's when the magic happens. Stage number 5 is income. Let's talk about money. This stage is where we remove the emotion, the guilt, and the just winging it approach that so many stylists fall into when it comes to setting their prices. No more emotional discounting, no more setting your prices based on what the salon down the street is doing. We align your pricing with your goals, your schedule, and the true value of your work. Because pricing is about understanding your demand, owning your worth, and making sure that your business is structured to support a life that you actually want. Stage number 6 is white space. White space is the time that you build into your life for rest, reflection, creativity, and clarity. It's how you go from constantly reacting to consciously leading. After years of doing the work, building my dream schedule, aligning with my dream clientele, hitting my income goals, I realized that something was still off. I wasn't necessarily burnt out, I was just disconnected. And what I learned is that my peace, my creativity, and my magic doesn't come from continually doing more. It comes from white space, from meditation, stillness, journaling, reflection, and play. Not every season needs to be a sprint. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your business is slow down. This stage is all about balance, masculine and feminine energy, action and intuition, structure and flow. It's about giving yourself permission to breathe, to be present, and to reconnect with the part of yourself that doesn't need to hustle to be worthy. Because aligned businesses aren't built from chaos. They're sustained through clarity, creativity, and intentional rest. Stage number 7 is big magic. This is the final stage. This is where the vision becomes real. You've done the work, you've built the foundation, you're ready to do something that leaves a mark. This might look like launching something that the industry has never seen before, building a team or opening your own salon, becoming an educator or a speaker, or creating something that leaves a lasting legacy. This stage is about answering the call on your heart. The idea that won't leave you alone, the one that you're both excited and terrified about, that's the one. And with the tools, support, and clarity that you have now, you can do it. Every time you move through this cycle, you refine, you grow, you expand. It's not a one-time journey, it's a rhythm, a pattern, a cycle that deepens your purpose, your power, and a kind of business that actually lights you up. And that, my friends, is the cycle of success. It is the exact method that I use to go from working at a smart style inside of Walmart, feeling overworked, underpaid, and completely stuck, to becoming a 6-figure stylist, a mentor, a community builder, to someone who genuinely loves what I do every single day. It's also the exact framework that hundreds of stylists inside of Stylist Soul Tribe have used to create businesses that feel aligned, profitable, and rich in every sense of the word. And now you can decide if you're ready to step into this for yourself. If you've been watching this and thinking, Lisa, this is exactly what I've been looking for, you already know that you're meant for more. You're ready to raise your prices with confidence. You're ready to stop overworking and start owning your time. You're ready to refine your clientele, reframe your schedule, and build a business that supports your life, not one that drains it. And honestly, you're ready to love the people that you work with so much you feel like you've cracked the code. Like, wait, this is my job? Making incredible people feel beautiful, having soul-filled conversations on a daily basis, and getting paid really, really well for it? It might sound too good to be true, but I promise you it's not. And I want to help you get there. DM me the word cycle on Instagram at Lisa Huff Hair, and let's talk about how to walk through this cycle together so that you're not figuring it out alone anymore. You deserve a business and life that lights you all the way up. So let's make it happen, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.